Welcome back to the Holiday Extravaganza. Williamston, the Hornets are in the house against North Farmington. The Raiders, the host school of this fifth-year event. My name is Chad Bush, alongside Lakita Gans, after seeing Orchard Lake St. Mary's win by 30 over Canton. Let's get right into the interview with head coach Todd Negoshian and his thoughts about his team and his club right here. Welcome back to the Holiday Extravaganza at North Farmington High School. We're here with the man of North Farmington High School, 11th year head coach Todd Negoshian joins me now before his game against Williamston. You're 4-0. You don't have all your arsenal, and things have come together pretty quickly for you. Talk about the season thus far.
It's been a great year for us. We got a lot of new kids, a lot of new faces. 4-0, nobody's ever going to complain about that. Just trying to get everybody on the same page and get everybody healthy has been a big adjustment for us this year. But we're trying. We're day by day. We're getting better every day. And, we just kind of want to be good by March, and that's kind of our goal right now.
Todd Negoshian, the head coach here, and Tom Negoshian, your dad, also was a head coach here. I got to ask you, what's it like having Dad on the bench?
It's special. I get to spend every day with him. I grew up in this gym. He was here for 25 years before me. This is where I grew up. And it's fun. We have a good time. There's some arguments back and forth, and it's been fun. I wouldn't trade it for anything, but having him here every day with me has been a great time for me.
7 new transfers this year, led by Ryan Hurst, a kid that comes over from West Bloomfield, but hey, he's a North Farmington kid. He leads you right now in scoring. He's been on fire to start. You must be happy with his beginnings here as a Raider.
We are. He came over. He's a North Farmington kid who came back, and he's just been unbelievable to start. The way he's been patient and never tried to force anything and really let everything come to him and really made sure that he's taken everything in stride to be a teammate first instead of trying to make sure he leads us on the floor. He's wanted to be a teammate. He's very unselfish, been great with everything, asking questions, trying to get everybody involved and helping him out. So it's been great. I couldn't ask for anything else for him right now.
4-0 are the Raiders. They'll take on Williamston here, and they're a tough ball club. Talk about Williamston, what you know about them, and what everybody else should know about them.
They're huge. They go 6'10", 6'8", 6'6". Point guard Dox is going to UMBC. Very deserving of being a Division I point guard. Can really handle it, leads them, never gets rattled. We got a challenge ahead of us. They're huge. Their kids are really athletic for big kids. They can shoot it. They can handle it. So, we're excited. We want to make sure we're ready to come when March hits us, and this is going to be a great challenge for us in our gym.
I know defensively there's a lot of energy required to play defense for Todd Negoshian and to be a Raider. Talk about that, and does that continue to be your team's strength this year?
It does. That's for us. That's what we build everything on is our defensive presence. We want to make sure that we continue to force people to play faster than they want to and play at our speed. Our motto is fast on defense, slow on offense, make people have to grind it out against us, and that's what we want to do. We want to speed people up, make them play at the speed we want them to, and get them out of control.
Thanks for having us. We're fortunate to be here. You're stuck with us for the next 3 days. Good luck tonight against Williamston, and we appreciate being here at the Holiday Extravaganza.
And thank you very much. Thank you guys for all you do for kids and for our community.
Thanks so much. It's Todd Negoshian as we get set for Williamston and his North Farmington Raiders coming up right after this.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
so that interscholastic athletes may thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decision.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports,
but keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game!
Welcome back. Let's meet the starters for tonight's ball game. We'll start first with Williamston, led by Tom Lewis, their head coach, assisted by Rudy Gayton, Riley Lewis, and Zach Walker. And they'll start with Tyler Spratt, one of the guards at 6'4", good size for all 5 starters. He's just a sophomore. Jared Frazier at another guard spot. He is a senior. Excuse me, I got the wrong team. Jacob Wallace at one of the guard spots, 6'4", senior. Max Burton at a forward spot. He's 6'10". Mason Docks, a Division I kid, a 6-foot senior at the point guard spot. Isaac Honnenberg is a forward at 6'6", also a senior. You get the theme. And Spencer Feig is a guard and a senior at 6 foot, wears number 55. That's for Williamston. And we'll get the starters for North Farmington now, led by head coach Todd Negoshin in his 11th season. He's assisted by his dad, Tom Negoshin, longtime head coach at North Farmington High. He started back in '78 here, and Toddy has returned home. Pete Mantella is one of the assistants, so is Jerry Young. Brian Lee, Steve Galero as well, assistants for North Farmington. And they look like this. It's Tyler Spratt, 6'4", sophomore at one of the guard spots. Jared Frazier, also at a guard spot, 6'1", senior. Landon Williams, 6'2", sophomore. Ryan Hurst, who transferred over from West Bloomfield in the offseason, 6'3", junior, their best player. He put up 30 points a game through his first 3 games. Aaron Rice rounds out the starting 5. He's a productive big at 6'5", and a senior. Lakita Gans, your thoughts on both these teams and this game?
So this is a good chance for Williamston to take on a very tough and talented team. And by them being Division II and the other team being Division I, they get to see how good they can actually be in their division to get to that state title run. So this is good competition. Another team playing good comp to put yourselves in the running at the end. Here we see some fighting for the ball at the end. And
pesky defense. Frazier with a steal.
Yeah.
Back out. Williams for 3. Splash City. And the Raiders, the home team of this tournament.
Landon is known as a shooter, and he comes right out and shows you why. He hits the first jumper. It's 3-0.
Right corner 3, 6'10", no problem. He's got some length.
And so Max Burton, he is known as a shooter more so than he is a post player. He's a stretch 4, would be in college most likely. And the way he shoots the ball, they're getting a really good player at Western Michigan.
Division I commit to the Broncos. Shot clock in order in this game. Near steal at midcourt. Spratt ends up with it. Fine feed down left block, lay-in, no. Missing the shot is Aaron Rice, but a fine setup. And Rice will go line right and try to break this 3-all tie between North Farmington and Williamston, who comes down from the Lansing suburbs.
Yes, I always pass that Williamston sign going 96 either east or west.
Almost to Michigan State.
Yeah,
almost
right,
to Michigan
almost.
State.
And I'm
Not
like,
a nice, cool, quaint town.
And every time I pass it, I always think about the fact that Williamston is known to have a very good basketball program. Every year.
They are. And we take a look at that shot clock. Yep. North Farmington is participating in the shot clock, part of this weekend and week-long of tournament and testing out the procedures to see if the MHSAA may implement this.
What do you think? Do you think that we should go ahead and implement the shot clock?
Yes.
I do too.
Short corner left, soft touch in JJ, and that's a good-looking shot from Mason Docks.
Nice. I agree with you. I
like
think it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And it will help prepare our student athletes even more as they, want to play college basketball because there are shot clocks at the college level.
15 states have already implemented it. Michigan will most likely be soon to follow suit in the next year or two, potentially.
So here we have North Farmington, which often has a solid they run their offense to perfection when they can.
Breakout.
Yeah. They turned it over, but then they got it back. Tyler Spratt with the rebound. The sophomore is a very good sophomore, comes from a line of basketball players.
Indeed. Go ahead, partner.
Oh, yes. So the whole I think I was talking about the shot clock.
Yes, you were.
It's very much needed because, hey, we should not be the last state always making changes.
That's right. Spin to the lane, shot up, no, but you see the talents from number 11, Ryan Hurst, a kid that came over from West Bloomfield in the offseason, a guy that is a North Farmington kid and can really score the you-know-what out of the ball.
Yes, and I call him my big body Benz, okay?
Tell us more.
He's going to get to the basket. He's going to get downhill. And one thing for sure, he reminds me of a version, not LeBron, okay, a version of that big body that people move out the way because they don't want to get hit. It's like almost he's the person defending on offense.
Right. Yeah, no, he's a good-sized kid and controlled.
Yes, very competitive, has a great jump shot. And I just like that he's come over to a team that has a system and has a program that's fit for players who want to get to the next level.
Yes, well said. Williamston basketball, high to the right. This is double 5, Spencer Feig, and he nearly lost it. Recovered by his teammate, Dox, who's headed to be a retriever. University of Maryland, Baltimore County, I believe.
Yes, it is.
UMBC?
UMBC. Now, what's good about the shot clock and watching Williamston against North Farmington. So North Farmington likes to trap all over the court.
Yeah, they're big defensively
they
and active, aren't
they?
they?
They love to rotate. I mean, they're going to do this the entire game. So that means that somewhere in there you have to get comfortable enough. And now that the shot clock is here, then by the time you get comfortable in that like 15 to 20 mark, now you got to rush to try to score. So I would love to see how they handle this.
No doubt. Upset by COVID a couple years ago, this North Farmington team, they were unable to continue in the tournament, even to start the tournament.
And they would have
last year.
No. So what? Yeah. So what would have happened during that COVID year? They would have played. My son's team at that time was Farmington. It was the district finals.
Oh.
We were set up for that Friday to play in the district championship game. And that morning we all woke up and they canceled all the games.
Another three-bagger for Max Burton from downtown, 6'10". And this kid's headed to Western Michigan. We're seeing why. The Hornets by 1. Hurst with the answer, though. And here come the Hornets. Dox with the basketball between the rings. You see the trapping, Lakita, by North Farmington.
Yes, and that will be all night for you, okay? It's going to go all night.
Dox tried to force it down, somehow saved it. They double up the big man, but it leaves Dox open for 3. No. Offensive rebound by Hannenberg before he lost it to some Raiders. North Farmington with wins over East Lansing, Depsa, Detroit Henry Ford, and Westland John Glenn. As a team last year that was 8-2 and got sidelined with COVID the Friday before the state tournament started. Back-to-back years.
Yeah.
I mean, COVID ruined it for everybody 2 years ago, but
it did.
Last year it was a little different. I mean, most teams
you're
survived.
Right. I got you. Now I know what you're talking about. They did.
Yeah.
They ended up getting COVID or going through the COVID protocols and were unable to participate in the state tournament.
Yeah, they kind of had a double whammy with it.
Yeah, and more than one, school has gone through that the last 2 years.
That's right. Hurst the other way. Short corner banker, no. But a reset.
So Jacob Wallace was prepared to take the charge, but Ryan kind of pulled up. So that means they were definitely scouting.
Yep. There's a 3-ball.
There's your UMBC commit,
Mason Dox. He's a player now. Williamston 2-0 on the year.
It's a good challenge for both teams.
Yeah, it is. North Farmington out of Division I. They're our number 9 team in the top 11 poll.
And I'm just going to say, Williamston started 5 seniors, right? Any team that has seniors has a really good chance of, winning games down the stretch. Why? Yeah. Because they have the cohesiveness, they have that veteran leadership, and, hey, they're in it to win it.
You're right. We take a look at our top 11. St. Mary's we saw win by 30 over Canton last game.
Yeah.
We'll see De La Salle tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
And then there you see North Farmington, number 9. There's a strip and a rip by the kid who's just checked in. That's Dwayne Ray Jr. And here comes North Farmington up by 4, 11-7.
Landon.
The cut, the rejection, but a foul on the floor with a body, says your official tonight. That's Chris Dupree, one of the officials.
Yeah.
Along with Lars Murray and Darren Gilbert. The fellas in stripes tonight. You know all these guys?
I do, and I was going to actually say this is a good veteran leader Good veteran referee crew, as I've seen many of them over the years, some in double digits.
Uh-huh. You know
like
these guys'
seeing,
addresses,
yeah,
don't you?
I like
That's
seeing,
when you're dangerous, when you know their addresses.
I like seeing double-digit year referees. Believe me, they as much as we probably get on them.
Do they like seeing you, Lakita?
Nowadays, yeah. I'm pretty cool nowadays.
You've always been cool.
Yeah, I've
That's
learned
never
how,
the question,
as
but
long
they
as
might have had to hear from you.
Yeah, because my only call. So the only I think they thought that was a travel.
I think so, too. Max Burton with some big-time work.
Yeah.
He now has 8 points in this game to lead the way for Williamston, who has a 4-point lead. 2:20 left in the first.
There's only 2 calls that I question sometimes from the refs. Number one, the shooter should be able to come down and no one should step on them. And then the one that's always hard is the offensive fouls, right?
Right.
I think the easiest offensive calls are the ones we saw earlier with the arm bars. But when you're kind of just trying to figure out, did they land here? Did they get in the middle? It's kind of hard for referees on
Feig
both
with
sides.
a steal. That's right. I'm with you.
So number 34 from North Farmington is
down low. Wallace shot up. No.
Is Lee Hardy. And I thought he would be the starter. However, he's on the court early in the game. He's really athletic. He blocks shots. He rebounds well. And he can finish at the basket.
Is he part of the Hardy brothers?
No, he's not.
Different?
He's not. Yeah.
Okay. The G League Unite or Ignite.
Right, exactly.
They will be here. They are North Farmington grads.
Yes, they are.
The Hardy brothers, both playing for our rival at the Motor City Cruise.
I know, right?
And they will be playing on the 15th of January, I believe those two teams match up.
That's going to be an awesome game.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'll be there.
Yes, always a pleasure to see
I'm going to have to sneak out of the Horatio Williams event, but
don't tell that. He's a new sponsor.
I know.
North Farmington 4-0 with the basketball. Number 9 in our poll.
Gotta
Pull up
support our
3.
kids.
No.
Just supporting our kids. He wouldn't mind as long as we're supporting our young people.
And we know you do that.
I like that baseline kick to the big fella, but he loses the ball.
Yep. Willing pass, though. The thought counts in a lot of things in life, including looks like that. That'll be noted.
I like seeing him in person. It's easy to watch a kid on video and all these highlights, but seeing them in person gives me a true evaluation of what they are, what they could be, and what they have.
They got to pass that eye test, don't they?
For me, they have to.
Yep.
You know, and one of the first things that I look at, 2 things. Number one, the body of a kid lets me know if you're working on your body or if you're in that gym lifting. And then 2, the aggressiveness of a kid. Like those 2 things are 2 things that a Division I coach will definitely look at you for, and then your skill set, right?
No doubt. No, well said. Ray Jr. kick out to Spratt for 3. No.
Tyler Spratt, you hear that buzzer go off.
Yep, Burton with a rebound, a big boy rebound. And Dox is pushed across the timeline. Left corner pocket. Give up look for Hammond.
Like
mid-post jumper up, Dox, no good.
That flash to the ball was beautiful.
Yep. Williamston thinks they got robbed. Said, hey, wait a minute. I know we're not in Lansing area, but how about Williamston? They're going to play again, I believe, tomorrow in the Round Ball Classic.
Yes, in the Round Ball Classic.
Going on over at Ferndale.
Yeah.
So they're spreading their love in Detroit, getting a chance to compete.
And that's what you have to do when you're trying to win a state title. You have to find those games that make you work hard and show you some of your weaknesses so that you can learn from them in the long run.
That's right. Hurst jump shot, no good. Burton with a rebound. And here come the Hornets. They're up by 6. 3 at the buzzer. Got it again. His 3rd of the
Tell us
quarter.
your name then, number 10. Okay.
Max Burton's the name. Long ball's the game.
Show them why you're going to Western Michigan.
They're going to get some fun over there in Kalamazoo.
And if you know anything about the MAC, you know that most of the teams stay with a 6'9" to 7-foot kid or player that can shoot the 3-point basket. So it's not unusual that he's going to Western Michigan.
No, it's not. Put it down. That's Max Burton. Williamston with a 9-point lead. We're back after this.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here.
In the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Williamston with a statement, and they've rattled the cage of our number 9 team in the prep top 11. Let's take another look at that poll if we could, Alex. North Farmington number 9. Well, that's the old poll. My bad on that. Anyway, we've replaced Adams with North Farmington. That's on me, my bad. I passed it out of bounds. Alex was there and I threw it too tall. Anyway, yeah, so North Farmington on the ropes in their own gym.
Yeah.
Williamston introducing themselves with their Moneyball uniforms and all.
That's that Lansing Connect, Mr. Desmond Ferguson.
That's right.
University of Detroit grad.
Tell him.
Professional athlete turned business mogul.
He's doing great, isn't he?
That is Moneyball Sportswear.
Yes. Landon Williams with the basketball. Kick out, Spratt, 3-0. And North Farmington's had a tough time scoring the basketball against Williamston. Their length has given North Farmington trouble in this game. Todd Negocian was a bit concerned about that coming into it.
And give it up to even Coach Negocian. Again, both coaches just taking the chance to compete with some really good teams. I can't say that enough because, again, you know, some of these coaching staffs unfortunately don't prepare their student athletes for that long run, and you don't play tough competition, and then when you get to the state tournament, it's like, oh, wow. You know, 22. You see a 22-2 team get popped in the first state game. You know, so.
No, you're right.
Gotta play those top-level teams.
No doubt. 2 games tomorrow. Davison and Depsa. That'll be a fun matchup.
It will be. It's going to be a fast matchup. Okay, that's Mike Williams, the former Beecher coach, who's the new Davison coach with those twin freshmen.
How about that?
And then of course, Coach Bo Neely, who's been at Depsa about 10 years now.
He's
really good program and really good guys that come with it. And they like to press.
They do.
The entire game.
They're Division 4, are they not? Depsa?
Is it 3 or 4?
3 or 4.
Yeah.
There's an offensive foul. Williamston and the Hornets with all the momentum right now. They're up 11 on the road.
Took an offensive foul.
And North Farmington a bit nervous across the way. And Todd Negocian wants timeout in his own gym. We'll take it with him. We'll tell you all about what's going on so far.
Yes.
We got an upset in the making in North Farmington. Don't go anywhere. This is The Prep.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
Work 365, brand new, beautiful facility. James Gonzalez, contact him 248-875-3188. Info at work365fitness.com. Their mission to help athletes dominate their sport with the top training and coaching in athleticism, nutrition, and mental toughness. Check them out, Work 365. James Gonzalez, 248-875-3188. Get the best in fitness and training. Welcome back to North Farmington. Lakita Gans, your thoughts so far on this 11-point lead for the Hornets?
I think that North Farmington is being challenged, which is a good challenge. Again, when you have a couple transfers and guys who are new, working together, playing together, those tough teams are where you're going to see the most mistakes, and they have to learn from them. So I want them to just try to figure it out, how to keep it close, how to score against this Williamston team, because they're playing really good defense. They're man-to-man. It's not like they're doing anything special.
No.
So you got to figure it out.
That's right. They've got 10 seconds to figure it out here. This is Dwayne Ray Jr. with the basketball. Kick out to Hurst, who's been quiet. Corner three, no. But a fresh 35 or make it 15 in this new rule. Banker no good. Put back no good.
That was two.
And the big boy brought it home.
Yeah, two extra chances and you don't connect. So
they hurt a little more, don't they?
Yes.
This kid's been in control at the point. Mason Docks running a nice between the rings game here. Pull up, dead spot right three. Splash City, get out of here.
Yeah.
And the retriever commit forces another timeout.
Another timeout, wow.
23-9, the Hornets come buzzing into Detroit with a message for Metro Detroit's finest.
Definitely a message is being sent here, okay?
Look at this triple. And, again, it comes after they had 3 cracks the basket. Mm-hmm. And then the triple there. Lakita, the Hornets, impressive so far. I want to talk about Horatio Williams and the foundation and what they've become and how they've partnered with us, Lakita. And it's such a great foundation. Tell us how folks can get involved and what events they have coming up.
The next event coming up, of course, is the Martin Luther King and the annual Martin Luther King Classic, which is 6 games on Saturday. And the beautiful part about the tournament is that he actually, the 3 games are played first, and then he clears the gym and he sanitizes and does everything for COVID, and then brings the last 3 games back.
Okay.
Again, the one that he had here at North Farmington a couple weeks back was a success, and I'm looking forward to the next 6 games that he has coming up because it's going to be great to see these guys on the floor with college coaches coming out to do what? See these guys showcase their talents.
January 15th, get your tickets now. Great event. We're glad Horatio Williams and his foundation has partnered with the Prep. There's a 3-ball no good by Ray, and the rebound by Jacob Wallace. Here come the Hornets, continuing to buzz up by 14.
Yeah, so right now this is when your sophomores are going to learn how to focus in and dig down deep. Your juniors have to lead it.
The high-low game, but the rejection from the weak side from Spratt.
Yes, young Tyler Spratt. He's only a sophomore, and this is his first year on varsity starting. He played JV last year, and he kind of split his time with the varsity. But he comes from a family of basketball players. His father and some of his family members are Pershing grads.
Oh, okay.
Of course, that Pershing
7 Mile and Ryan upstairs. All right.
And so he's
I hear you.
A really good kid, really great parents. His parents are business owners.
Okay.
And they're teaching him really how to work hard in every aspect on and off the court. So I'm not surprised that he can block a shot like that.
Well, good to hear about well-rounded young men.
Exactly. So now you see North Farmington go to a 2-3 zone, and they're talking. But the part that you don't want to happen in the 2-3 zone is that the shooting teams make more shots.
Yeah, and get second shots and second chances.
Yeah, because it's hard to rebound out of the zone, right?
I heard that. Raiders basketball left to right. They're down 2 touchdowns in their own crib. In trouble.
They are.
Jared Frazier with the basketball. High on the left now to Donovan Williams, the junior forward. Right point to Frazier.
Donovan's a transfer from Farmington.
Okay. There's another kid from Farmington by the name of Prince Jackson who is currently ineligible.
Yeah.
There's a right corner 3 at the buzzer, no, and a box out. It was beautiful, and it forced a frustration foul by North Farmington, who's getting.
So what I did like is hearing people in the crowd count down for the shot clock.
Yeah, that's cool, isn't it? They got the countdown going. It's official now.
It's official.
Pretty cool. Checking out after some good moments.
And it's positioned in a great spot as well.
Yeah, it is. And Daktronics came in. They took care of it. Todd Negocian said they could have been better about it, and very easy maintenance.
Exactly.
They volunteered to do all the heavy lifting, and
nice.
North Farmington, a willing partner in it. I like it. Against this zone.
So here's the zone.
What do you do?
Most of the time, the strengths of the offense would be go middle or short corner.
Yep.
Reverse passes off the wings or out of that middle. So that time they took a a wing shot. I don't know how they got open for that shot, but a lot of times you kind of get a guy, if you can get a guy like Draymond Green that works that middle and reverse that high post, reverse the pass, hit the short corner.
He's so good at it.
They'll get out of or how about the backdoor lob?
I've seen that.
We've seen that a lot of times.
How about that left-handed leaning lay-in that stops the bleeding partner? It's back down to a dozen lead.
Yeah.
And make a note of that. It might not have been a lot of points, but it was something, and Ray stops.
Now the beautiful part about trying to stop the bleeding is you have to talk in this zone. You have to talk, and I hear number 15 for North Farmington, Aaron Rice, he's talking, he's telling people where to be, he's rotating, and they got to stop.
That's right.
The Western commit missed the jump shot, so now here is, you're down by, 12?
Yeah.
And so what you want to do is score. You need to score, and that shot clock is getting down to 10, 9. Now you hear people in the crowd talking to their team.
Ray last time ended it. And this time he turns it over.
He turns it over. So what's missing? I'm going to tell you what's missing. I want to be honest about this.
Please do.
North Farmington does not have a vital point guard running the show. They have a lot of guards, but no one's that solid point guard as in a Dox, for example, that Williamston has.
Right.
Prince Jackson is that guy.
He's that guy. And Prince Jackson, they'll find out about on January 15th, by the way. He is out and ineligible. He is from the rival high school, Farmington.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm at North Farmington.
No, that's all right. I know what you meant. 3-ball, no good,
and
but
I should
he would
know.
be a good addition, and he is that point guard.
He was my son's
teammate. Buddy. Hook pass down low to the big boy, and he's banged to the floor. Almost to the floor, and going line left is Max Burton, who's made a statement in North Farmington here tonight on this holiday weekend.
He's definitely made a statement with me. I can see why he is going to Western Michigan. That time he took it down low instead of shooting it on the perimeter, draws the foul, and of course he's going to make his free throws, right?
Yep. Lee Hardy checks back in for Todd Negoshin's group. Taking a seat is Aaron Rice, the 6'5 senior, along with number 12, Donovan Williams.
I like to see mobile big fellas.
And he's one of them, a stretch 4, stretch 5. Prince Jackson on the bench.
Yep.
Number 1 sitting out.
Yeah, he's ineligible.
In street clothes. Williamston back the other way, and they get a stop. Up 13 points. The lead's been as big as 14 for the Hornets, who've been in control in the green uniforms.
Oh, turnover.
He
tried
rare
to
one.
Force it.
Hardy with a steal. And here they come. North Farmington in desperate need of some leadership at the ball guard spot.
Yeah.
And this man has given a little bit of it. But this is the guy they need to be the man, and he gets himself loose, gets his own miss, powers it back up, and can't get it to fall. Foul's going to go on North Farmington. Insult to injury here for the Raiders, who are finding themselves and trying to keep that undefeated record intact. Ryan Hurst struggling here.
Yeah, just a little bit. Again, the big body bends is always going to be effective when there are not other big body bends out there, okay?
Yep.
And Williamston has a bigger body bends.
Yep. There's the little body bends right there. Prince Jackson next to Tom Negoshin, the former head coach at North Farmington High School. And this is a guy that, 6-foot junior, that could become eligible on the 15th of January and make a big, big difference for North Farmington. Bounce pass down low to the left block.
Really strong guard, playmaker, defender. He would definitely, or he's definitely going to add depth to this team.
Yep. 4-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. High on the left hash is Dwayne Ray Jr., the 5'8 guard.
Tyler
left
Spratt.
corner three. Got it to go.
Finally nails one.
Big corner
That's a
triple.
Big shot. Please don't let them shoot the three and make it.
Half court triple up and good. Spencer Feig for 3 just inside.
It's almost like the momentum. I'm like, he's going to make this 3. I bet you. I knew it.
How about it? Back-to-back big shots to end this half with a bang. Spencer Feig.
I'm not even surprised, okay?
Man, oh, man. What a way to end it. 27-14
it's like you cut
at the break.
You cut into the lead and you take it down to 10, and then they come right back.
Yep.
And nail it with 4 seconds left.
We're going to show all the highlights of the first half and recap all the stats for you right after this. We're coming back. Full court prep. This is the prep. This is Lakita Gans. We're having fun.
And that's Chad Bush.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate it. We're back after this. Holiday Extravaganza from North Farmington High School.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
so that interscholastic athletes may thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decision.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Hey, we'd love to keep growing our partnerships. We'd love for you to be a part of our team here at the Prep. We want you to be a sponsor. Ali Hadi, Alex Westfall, doing a great job as our producers. Jam Jan on stats. My name is Chad Bush alongside Lakita Gans. Become a sponsor today. Motor City Cruise. We're the home of the G League basketball franchise of the Detroit Pistons. And we're also part of Full Court Prep, and that's your high school basketball coverage. We've got it here for you, and we're open to so many more things. Contact us today. Email us at theprepsports@gmail.com. Become a sponsor today. Good time to be a part of the Prep. We're glad you're watching and with us. Look at these guys. That's Ali Hadi, Alex Westfall, Evan Westfall. That's your executive producer, your assistant producer. My name's Chad Bush. That's Lakita Gans. Don't forget about Jam Jan on stats. Eli Wiles, your lead camera guy. Hey, there's James Ferris, director of our creative staff. Julia Pisano as well. And our crew is growing by the day. I think we acquired some talent here as well. I don't know. But the team just keeps growing. Hey, what about Cam? Cam's back there hiding. Don't forget about Cam. Cam Clothier. That's right. Glad you're a part of it. We did not get our cameramen. Where's Fish? Fish is up there. Samuel Fisher up top on camera 1. And where's our other camera guy? Where's Rob Sarna? Rob Sarna's here as well. Okay, highlights from the first half. What do you got? We saw the leading scorer, Burton, the big boy, with 12 points to lead the way. Docks with 10 for Williamston. Lakita, they came out and made a splash. Nobody for North Farmington. Get this. has more than a bucket in this game or 3 points. Let's get to the highlights right now.
Yes, the highlights are going to be all for Williamston. The big fella, Burton, is knocking down threes in the post. That was the halftime three that put the game back to 13. And here we have Max Burton controlling the boards.
And the glass.
Yes, look at the point guard coming down with a three. I told you before, in order to win high school games, you got to do what? Knock down the triple.
They got Doc's back from Houston. He went to Houston.
Oh, wow.
Houston, we have a problem. Bring back Doc.
Yeah.
And they did, and he's headed to UMBC. At the break right now, Williamston in control, 27-14. We talked about the shot clock getting implemented for this tournament, Lakita Gans, and I mean, it's a low-scoring affair.
It is.
And again, the shot clock has come a little bit more into play in this game than it did against St. Mary's and Canton.
Exactly.
It's a fun little side subplot of this contest, but the real storyline is Williamston. They've come in here, and they've been impressive.
Very impressive. And I like the fact that they are swifting through the defense that North Farmington often finds against other opponents. They are always effective, right? But because they're bigger, they can pass over the top. You can't really press that much because the big fella's something to deal with, whether it's on the wing or in the middle.
Yeah, he's there in his second line of defense.
And so then on defense, he's more effective even because now it's like, how do we score? We can't go inside, which they've been used to doing. They've been used to having the big body Benz and Ryan Hurst drive downhill, get an and one bucket on guys who were smaller or at least his size, and that couldn't really battle with his weight, right?
Yeah.
But you can't do that against Max Burton because guess what? You go in there, he's going to block it. So now you have to figure out, I need to do what? Make floaters, or do I make short jumpers? What do I do? And then he's kind of forcing the long ball. If you saw it, it was like on the rim. So it's kind of like, again, being calm under pressure. They're only down 13.
Yeah.
That's literally about
in their own gym.
That's maybe 6 possessions, okay?
Yeah.
6 possessions or less if you include threes. And you only have to do what? Get stops. But it's hard to get stops when he's 6'10". I'm just going to be honest with you. You got a point guard, a shooter, and you got a guy on the side that's on the wing. So it's kind of difficult to they have a 3-legged monster.
And North Farmington in jeopardy of taking their first L. Now, there's a lot of time left. There's 16 minutes, but it's been 7 transfers for North Farmington and Todd Negoshin. He's been at this a long time. He's a very good head coach. He's got his dad on the bench as well. Some good coaching pedigree here.
The Hardy father is in the building.
The Hardy father's in the building, and look, Todd Negoshin raved about him and said, look, the guy was a wonderful father that supported the program the right way parents should.
Exactly.
And I know he was a welcome piece to the program. Second half coming up. A lot of fun yet to be had on this fine night.
Oh, wow. The Hardys are here. Look. They're here.
Oh, they're here.
The boys are in the building. The Ignite boys are here.
Hey, settle down. This is the home of the Crews.
I know, but it's our kids. It's our kids. It's a Michigan love in the house.
Get me out of here. Give me 30.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
We told you the stars were in the house. We're going to show them to you at every level, college, pro, and high school. The Prep is who we are. We're also the home of the G League and the Detroit Pistons Motor City Cruise. And who are these young men? Lakita Gans?
Amari Hardy and Jaden Hardy. So Amari went to UNLV 3 years, then he went and did a grad year at Oregon. And then his brother, who is one of the top players in the country, decided to forego college and play for the G League Ignite team. And both players are currently pro athletes.
Yes, they are, and they're in line both to be first-round picks, for sure, first-round picks.
Jaden for sure.
Yeah, is it yours or mine?
No, that's yours.
Okay, thanks.
I'm looking for mine. It's behind me.
Oh, I may or may not have taken yours.
All right, it's okay. We're all good.
We're going to get you more drinks.
Yes.
I think that is yours, but I touched it.
No,
so,
it's okay.
we got Drinkgate over here, 27-14.
So we're back at it, and Williamston comes out, a good block.
Another block, and the Raiders are on the run. That's
Aaron Rice with the block, and a second chance opportunity for North Farmington. Tyler Spratt, that's a little off. Another offense. Aaron Rice must have got yelled at.
How about that?
And he's to the basket and one.
The fight, the finish, and the fury, and North Farmington has some points, and they put a little Band-Aid on for now. Here comes the N1 opportunity.
They are actually playing. He's playing like someone got in his ear in the locker room at halftime.
Yeah.
He must have said, "Play like you got some fire, son."
That's right. Todd Negocian, I'm sure, had
now they're in that full court press,
conversations.
and they're rotating the ball. Williamston is almost a steal.
Left corner three is short.
Good rebound out of the miss.
Yep. Here comes North Farmington, and this is Landon Williams, left
Wide
corner
open jump
three.
shot. That's
Frazier.
a little off.
Couldn't go down for Frazier. Rebound Wallace. Here come the Hornets. Whip pass all alone down low, and the rejection by Mr. Spratt.
Okay, Spratt. Get in that weight room this summer, and you're going to have you a future boy. Another prototype body.
Yeah, he's got a nice one. Top side. Williams surveying this defense. Back to a man-to-man for Williamston. 13 on the shot clock. 6:39 to go, just underway in the third quarter. Positioning down low again
Another
for Rice.
Good rebound. I like it. He's using his speed to get the rebound.
Back out to the wing for Hurst, who attacks, forces mid-post, and North Farmington's going to keep it.
So
with
even
a fresh
the player
15.
that he just shot that ball against is about 2 inches taller than him.
The size is becoming and continuing to become a storyline. The Hornets, tough to get past. Ball out of bounds play. Rice
nice
laying
play.
good.
So Aaron Rice has come out and said, you know what? I'm going to try my best to give my team my best to give us a chance at this game.
He's a Division I football player. Kid who has offers from CMU and NIU. He could be teammates with the guy we saw last game, DC Temple.
Yeah.
In football. He's a wide receiver. Right corner three, short. And Spratt with a nice box out, but somehow the Hornets keep it alive. 11
North
seconds
Farmington
left in the timer.
is definitely more aggressive this quarter.
Docks with a shot, fouled. He'll get free throws with time winding down on the 35-second shot clock. Aggressive, Williamston. They're not letting up, Lakita.
Right.
Free throw up and good. Williamston, not many chances from the line tonight. Just their third attempt. The lead's been as big as 14, but North Farmington's come swinging back to cut it to single digits. Back to a 10-point lead. Don't forget, tomorrow night we will have more fun right here on the Prep. The holiday extravaganza continues. Davison and Depsa, Lakita at 7.
Yeah, good game.
And then De La Salle and Detroit Western, who was a late addition for Belleville.
Okay.
and will represent the PSL against the Catholic League's Warren De La Salle. I saw Coach John G. In the bathroom in between games. I mean, it happens.
Yes.
You know, folks
that
use the bathroom.
That game is going to be good. Western is another team that is building the second-year head coach, Coach Kill, over at Western. And he has a senior transfer from DEPSA. So
yes,
that's going to be good to see him. He's a pretty aggressive kid. There's Ryan Hurst finally connecting.
Hurst finishes with some strength.
Bang, bang.
Oh, boy.
Hey.
The big banger from Burton. Rocking the rims here in North Farmington.
It is hard to impress Coach Keita, okay? Let me tell you this.
He's done it in, he's done it out.
He's impressing me, okay? I'm very impressed.
10-point lead, Hurst topside, toughly defended by Dox. Double teamed, forced turnover, Jacob Wallace with numbers. Dox. Quick, active hands by the young man who's been impressive off the bench for Todd Negocian, Dwayne Ray Jr. Hornets still controlling the tempo here. It feels like their game right now. Long way from over. Step out comfortable. 18-footer for Isaac Heinenberg, the 6'6" senior forward.
Back to 12.
Back to a dozen. And that momentum that North Farmington came out of the gate with is just gone.
Yeah. It's hard to keep it up when you're not getting multiple stops. And then I'm going to say this.
Sure.
With a good team, it's only so many stops you're going to get in a row anyway.
Yep.
All right? You might get one. You might get two, right? You're lucky if you get three. But good teams are going to find a way to score, get to the basket, draw a foul, make a wide open three.
Shot clock violation or ball out of bounds, take your pick. You're right. And then when you're trading twos for threes the wrong way.
Exactly.
Williamston's been hitting the threes. North Farmington has not.
Exactly.
We got the 3 balls tallied up. I know Jan's got a count. Listen, the 3 balls for Williamston have been there. North Farmington struggled. I can't recall more than a couple in this game. And it's all been a part of this 12-point lead. Back out, left wing 3, no.
That one was a little flat.
Yep.
So we have 6 threes for Williamston. He called the block. And only 2 threes for North Farmington. So
thank you for that.
That's big.
It's huge. 12-point difference, and guess what the spread is in this game?
Exactly, 12 points.
Yeah. Ball out of bounds, baseline left for the Raiders, who are in trouble in their own digs, in their own tournament. Inbound pass is stolen. Wallace with a pick. Dox cross court. Burton blew the bunny, got it back, and put it in.
So Wallace is a Toledo commit. Yeah, he's a Toledo commit.
Okay.
And coach is in the building. The assistant coach, Justin Ingram, is in the building watching his recruit, or his commit, I should say.
Okay. Jacob Wallace, 6'4", put up 17 points a game last year. And, yeah, it's easy to see why he's a Toledo kid. Max Burton could be a Toledo kid, too. How did he get away from Todd with 1D?
Yeah, exactly, because he's the prototypical Toledo stretch 4.
That's right. Shot up, no good. Ball out of bounds.
But that also gives credit to Western's new coach and his recruitment.
Coach Rick, right, who was on the bench for a long time under Coach Rick.
And then so they have him, number 10,
Hawk's
Max
assistant.
Burton, and then Javon Hanna. So they have 2 of the kids
from the last
from the last 2 games.
Good call. Fine defensive play in the corner, but it's just gone that way.
Shot clock does not restart.
Nope.
And guess what? Max Burton throws up another 3. He doesn't connect this time.
Doc's getting dirty on the deck.
I like
How
the
about
hustle.
it?
Jump ball.
Love it. A lot of grit both ways. Clean play, sportsmanship. Good hustle here by both Jackson Newman and number 3, Tyler Spratt. I like this shot clock thing.
Yeah.
I guess the other argument, and Todd Negocian expressed this, is that, well, are we getting it to the college game now? And should we just let the college game be the college game? Is it getting closer to the college game? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't think it gets to the college game because, again, the college game is 20-minute halves. It's a timeout every 4 minutes. It's so much going on in a college game that makes it different from high school. I like the fact that the shot clock just prepares them to have time in their head.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the only thing I like about it for the most part. And it gives players and coaches, well, I should say teams, that are down a chance to actually have more opportunities because players can't just hold a ball.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I think I don't like watching when teams hold the ball.
Who does? I mean, really.
I went to the infamous Cooley High.
Oh, Ben Kelso.
With Ben Kelso.
Is he listening or watch?
And I watched him literally have a 4-point lead and hold the ball for 7 minutes and 20-something seconds. So, like, I don't
Ben
know.
Kelso's forgiven, though. He's a legend.
He is, because guess what? That was his system, right?
Cooley High Harmony.
And he won a lot. He won 3 state titles, the only one to do it, right?
Oh, boy.
Okay, so I appreciate that for back then.
Yep.
But these days, we trying to put up that 3 ball. We don't want to run flex. We want to put up the 3 ball,
Flex.
okay?
That was one of the offenses
Yes.
I ran in high school, yes.
And I've taught it to every team I've ever coached.
Have you?
I've always taught it because
it still works sometimes.
It does. I mean, my thing is just let them all be flexible, versatile, and teach them everything.
Yep.
You know, I've even taught triangle and 2s and
I like
boxing 1s. It just depends on the day. And I never want a team to be able to scout me all the way.
Right on. Tyler Spratt with a nice little step out JJ, and it's back to a 12-point game, but it's been as large as 14 once again. 2 minutes left in the third. Lob up. And
he tried it.
Yep, good look. Great thought. And the Hornets are pesky and buzzing around that basketball again and buzzing around Mr. Hardy the second at 6'6". Better be careful there now.
Very low-scoring game for North Farmington. Right now they only have 23 points, and it's almost been 3 whole quarters.
North
That's
Farmington,
tough.
yeah, it is. And this is a team that beat East Lansing, a respectable club. There's a mid-post shot, no good. Try to buzz the tower of the 6'10 Burton, no luck. And Dox, who's been
A lot of people on the floor in this half.
yeah, he's been in attack mode all night. I like this kid. He's headed to play for Coach Ryan. Who was Odom? Ryan Odom.
Okay.
University of Maryland. Well,
UMBC has one of the few women assistant coaches.
Is that right?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Delaware and UMBC.
Very cool.
You know, I know those type of things where a woman on the men's side is. I know where she is.
Yeah, I know where to find you. That's cool. No, that's an awesome point.
When you were one of only 5 women, like I was, it's easy to make sure I know who those women are who have those opportunities.
You were a director of basketball operations at Eastern Michigan.
Yeah.
Under Rob Murphy.
At that time, the young lady who was at Oakland was the vet. She was there at that
Sarah
time.
Judd.
Yeah, 10 years. So did you know she retired or she gave it up to last year?
I did not know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Jump
last
shot off
year,
the mark.
She went and did some different things. So she spent 12 years
Okay.
as director of ops up there at Oakland.
Dox with a step through
That was
and
nice.
a pretty powerful finish. And it extends the lead back to a 2-touchdown lead in North Farmington for the Hornets. From a nice, quaint community just south of Lansing.
And so now you have to think about this. What does this do for a North Farmington team that is struggling at this point, and they have about 2 more games or 3 more games before they can even find out if
That's right.
Prince
To be
Jackson is coming back.
yes, that's correct. If you want to be precise, and we can take a look at the schedule coming up. North Farmington will play on Wednesday night again against Detroit Loyola. That'll be the last game of the tournament, and then to answer your question, Lakita, they'll play West Bloomfield on the 6th of January, and yes, Farmington on the 13th before finding out if they will play
with Prince in the shootout.
With Prince Jackson in the shootout on the 15th.
Yeah.
So, yep, you're right. 2 more games after this. 37-23, 20 seconds on the game clock, 13 on the timer. Hardy in trouble, and North Farmington uncomfortable here tonight in their own gym.
Oh, good defense. One thing I like about this Williamston team is that they are playing defense. That was blocked.
Was it?
That was blocked.
That block was by Spencer Feig at the buzzer. It's a shot clock violation. And I hate to keep using the term, but, I mean, the Hornets are swarming, buzzing. I mean,
it makes sense.
They are.
They are.
Around the basketball, everywhere you go.
Everywhere.
Yeah, and, I mean, it's hard to find that putty hole right now for the Raiders. Off the mark, no good. We go to the 4th with a commanding 14-point lead. Can the Raiders make a run and come back in their own tournament in night 1? No one said it would be easy. We're not done. Come on back on Full Court Prep.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
Welcome back as we go to the 4th quarter. If you'd like to become a sponsor, we'd love you to be a part of our broadcast team. To become a sponsor, we have a couple packages. Motor City Cruise, G League, we are the home of the Detroit Pistons minor league affiliate. Final 4 finishers in Las Vegas, the showdown. And then, of course, we'd love to bring you on as well for our high school full court prep. Docks for 3, no. And North Farmington gets a much-needed stop to start the 4th Lakita Gans.
Okay, you can hear me now, right?
Yes, I can hear you.
Tyler Spratt drives, and guess what? The big fella blocks it.
Yeah, blocks it. It does fall kindly back to the home team.
So 14 points really isn't a lot, right, to overcome. However,
easy for you to
you
say.
got to play a it's easy for me to say because I'm sitting
You're not
over
playing
on the
against a
side.
6'10 center.
Exactly.
And a pesky team. But, yeah, no, you're right. Hey, look, if there's enough firepower for the Raiders, if they figure it out in the next 7 minutes, they could come back in this gym. They have not been themselves tonight.
They have not.
They have not been themselves. They're off to a 4-0 start. A lot of it has to do with Williamston and the way they have played tonight. You have to tip your cap at Tom Lewis's kids. First on the left wing, the West Bloomfield transfer back out.
So what I want to see is them execute something, run some plays. They don't look as comfortable as they've looked before.
There it is.
Okay, Ryan Hurst.
Ryan Hurst from way back. That
was
one was
pretty.
from Southfield.
You heard the nets on that one.
Yep. Floater, Feig,
Good
no.
Spread.
Raiders get their
Now
stop.
right here is when you go downhill.
Hurst says, I pull up for 3.
Okay, he gets it back.
Hook shot, no.
Got his own
Got
rebound.
his own miss.
But guess what? 6'10"
He did end up downhill. Ball down, men on the floor, player injured on the baseline. Chaos and mayhem in this extravaganza. What is going on, Lakita Gans?
It's called We Fighting Back, but every time we fight, they fight.
Yeah.
And Ryan Hurst got 2 huge rebounds, but on the second try, guess what? 6'10" was behind him. And the beauty of this play we're looking at, 4 Williamston players trying to get the ball from 1 player in a North Farmington uniform. So
you're right, the hustle. Tyler Spratt is the injured player as Eli Wiles gets a nice shot at him getting attended to by their fine athletic trainer, Sarah Oat. Sarah Oat, their athletic trainer, attending to Tyler Spratt, who's a big part of their team. He's a crafty, a guy that can get to the basket.
Yeah.
But a big part of their rebounding effort, and their most effective rebounder.
He reminds me a lot of Rob
Yeah.
Robert Davis Jr.
Sure.
I look at his body. I look at the way he's growing, the way his arms and his shoulders, and the way that I looked at Rob when I used to say all the time that he needs to get in that weight room. So he hurt his knee, as they're saying that he hurt his knee a little bit. And so when you're growing like that, right, you get growing pains. You fall a little bit easier.
Yeah.
But that's why you got to get in the weight room, get those limbs strong to take all that beating, or I should say pounding. And it's not a pounding on the body per se by a person. It's just the way your body's growing, right?
Flexibility, a part of it too.
And so the stronger you get, the less the injuries you have, and the less you feel those growing pains.
You feel those growing pains. You talked about your son and his pains and flexibility and such. What's your thoughts on what the most important thing is in preparation and getting those kinds of skills developed?
So we started early. I knew going into 8th grade that I wanted to start the weight program. We started in 8th grade. He was literally 99 pounds.
You think it's too soon to do it before then?
No.
Okay.
It's too soon to do like lifting, but it's never too soon to do body weight.
Right on.
So push-ups, sit-ups,
That's important.
dips.
That's important.
All of those things.
That floater's important too.
I
want to get back to your point, but Dwayne Ray Jr. has been the best guard tonight, not named Ryan Hurst.
Exactly.
And he's cut it to 9, partner.
Yeah, and they just forced a turnover.
How about it? Here comes North Farmington. Back to your point, I want to hear about the body and why it's important.
Yeah, so we started lifting during going into the 8th grade. But you can do anything that has just natural body weights with your children starting when they are like 4 and 5. If you know that you're trying to build a kid that you want to play sports, right?
Sure.
But definitely by high school, a kid should be lifting no later than 9th grade. And
first with an air biscuit.
They should be on a program that not only helps their strength, but if you can get a foot and agility coach as well.
Yeah.
We had all of them. We had a shooting coach, foot and agility coach. And, that's something that I had to invest in.
Which one was maybe the most underrated that you thought, okay, coach for this, but it ended up being maybe the most significant?
The foot and agility coach.
Is that right? Why is it? What did you see in improvements there?
So the things that he taught my son is how to jump straight up and down, knees over toes, how to land so that when he goes up and falls, he falls properly instead of falling and potentially hurting himself.
Okay.
And that was big for him. And again, they have when they're growing, they have all types of pains. Now, adding the strength and conditioning cuts into now senior year. Rob's growing pains don't bother him as much.
And that was a big part of it.
He went from 99 pounds to now he's 175, 6'6". And he was about 5'9". Then 5'9", 99 pounds.
I remember him shooting around in Eastern Michigan.
175.
He's
and
grown
again,
up.
The quicker you use the weights, the more likely you're able to have opportunities to play in college right away.
Yep. Hurst with a bucket. He has 9 to lead the way for North Farmington, who's making a move. Burton with 14, Docks with 14 for the Hornets. 7-point game. It was 14 for a long time, Keita. It's back to 7. This is as close as North Farmington has been since the first quarter.
Yep. So it's a good push. Still have 5 minutes and 24 seconds. That's a long time, a lot of possessions.
Yep.
And the bottom line is what you want to see is that your kids are playing harder. And they're really trying and they're not going to fold. And one thing I know about Hurst is that he likes the pressure. Okay, he plays really good under pressure. I've seen it several times in the last 2 years.
Yeah. Well, big possession here. North Farmington down 7, 5 minutes left. They're making a move. We'll see what they do here. Ray at the helm. Back to Hurst, the hot hand. Leads him with 9. Averaged 30 points the first 3 games. And a tough luck left-handed miss there.
Yeah, that was a good way to seal the body.
Holding his head.
Seal the body. Okay. Throw the ball.
Yep. Here comes the steal. So back-to-back steals. Williamston getting a little bit nervous now on the road.
Yeah.
And North Farmington turning it up. Hurst working it against
Hannah. So they're going to go with the pick and roll. But again, when you go to that basket, he's 6'10", so you got to kick it out to a shooter probably because he's not going to just let you lay the ball up, and then he comes down and lays the ball up for you.
Shot up and good. That is the big boy.
North Farmington had to score the basket. They went in on a 6'10" guy. He wasn't having it.
No. Nice
and guess
feed
what?
and look, too,
he comes
down
low.
And
puts it in the basket.
Yep. Give Hammond credit for the setup. Forces a timeout, 39-30. Again, we want to tell you about our friends at Work 365. Contact them today, 248-875-3188. Info at work365fitness.com. Beautiful new facility in Sylvan Lake, Michigan, just down the road from Orchard Lake. James Gonzalez, the lead trainer and owner of Work 365 Fitness, also our halftime sponsor. We thank them for their patronage.
I'm going to give a shout out to Shot by the Natural. He's on that wall shooting his friends, Mr. Robert Davis Jr., Hamtramck 6'6" shooting guard.
There he is. How about it? All the stars are out tonight. There's Robert. Give him some love. Playboy. Yeah. He's a handsome fella.
Oh. Somebody made a little handsome boy.
Some people have it all.
But I love it because he's such an entrepreneur. He has so much creativity. Look at the little swag.
Oh, the shoe game is not lacking.
Dunks.
That is your son. That is.
And
man.
His hat says, caring is cool. I taught him to be a servant leader and to care about other people. So
you raised him well. Kudos to you.
That's a blessing.
And they're back in action, his Hamtramck club this week.
Yes, Wednesday night at 7:50 p.m. we play East Lansing over there at Ferndale High School.
And East Lansing, a team that
North Farmington
knocked off in the opener. All right, North Farmington basketball down by 9. Key possession here. Ray with the basketball. Nice whip pass to Rice, who lays it in. This kid has been a real big piece of the puzzle, the 5'8" junior, Dwayne Ray Jr. 7-point game.
Got to keep somebody in front of you. Rotate.
Shot clock, of course. This is where teams could maybe in years past milk it a little bit.
Yes,
right? This is the point where maybe, and I'm not saying Williamston would.
Right.
But with a shot clock now, it just takes that out of the game a little bit. And sometimes 5, 6, even 10 extra seconds in a possession.
Right.
More than 35 seconds helps. There's a 3, and that helps the most. And it's come from a hot hand, a big-time player, Mr. Dox. He has 17. What a shot to push it back to a double-digit lead. Three minutes, 10 seconds left. Spratt in the corner. And again, hustle, and the Hornets get it again, Lakita.
That was a foul.
Frustration foul. Todd Negoshin looking to his bench. Not a lot of answers tonight, Lakita.
Yeah, they're. I like the fight back. I do. Definitely had to have a halftime conversation. Coach must have, put it in them like you guys have to fight back because they fought back. They cut it to 5 at one point.
Yeah. Yes.
And so. There's a steal.
There's
beautiful.
The steal, and Spratt gonna pull it back.
So in that one play, what I see is he needs to develop the opportunity or the chance to take and make a play because he could have actually gotten to the basket and probably drew a foul or even set up the player who was in front of him. But he did wait, and I like that. A sophomore, you wait and you run the offense. But adding the playmaker part of it will make him a better Division I prospect.
Right on. First misses the 3. And pressure now by the Raiders. They do this very well. Dox to the big boy, laying good. And it's a 12-point lead. And with 2:09 left, it feels like a long comeback for the Raiders now.
Yeah, and that Williamston team is fired up on that bench. Your bench is important. The way they respond, the way they support you. So for any new, coach, always have an assistant that can fire your bench up. Keep that bench involved. The more they're involved, the better players on the floor will be.
Who was that for Ben Kelso?
Ben Kelso had so many players. I mean, oh my gosh. I mean, from
Oh, the big banger from the big boy from the baseline, Max Burton.
And he reminds me of Daniel Lighton, okay? Daniel Lighton was huge, and when he dunked it, it was all roars, okay?
Who is that? No,
Daniel Lighton.
Okay.
He is his name now is Daniel Ferguson.
Okay. Okay.
Kwame Kilpatrick's family.
All right.
And I mean, he's right now, if you see him, he's like 6'7", 6'8", 285 pounds. I think he was that in high school.
He'd be a tough guy to move.
He's the same, like same size in high school. Like nothing's changed.
Right. There's a technical foul, I believe. Yeah. And this lead is potentially going to blossom to its largest. Docks fittingly to shoot it. And it rims out. This is a nice piece for Williamston. Now, it's not over. It's a 14-point lead. But, look, to go on the road, you're playing tomorrow in the tournament down the street in Ferndale. You come to Detroit, you get a win like this if they can escape. And this is big for them. And they're going to play out of Division II. So they have a little bit of a different competition ahead of them.
Yes.
And, of course, they'll be in the Lansing area.
Yes.
And perhaps the Lansing area's best team.
Yeah.
And tonight, perhaps a stronger argument for that conversation to be had for the Hornets. The Raiders a year ago finished 8-2, sidelined before the state tournament on a Friday. Already wins against East Lansing, Depsa, Henry Ford, and John Glenn. And the Hornets about to go to 3-0 and give the Raiders their first loss of the year. There's a lob missed by Burton. And
that was my guy over at D-Zone. That was Stu.
Okay.
With the D-Zone. They often listen to.
There's no free publicity now. You know that's going to cost him $5,000.
I got him. I'm going to tell him too. But he likes the prep. He listens.
Okay. All right. We'll keep him around.
He texted and
give him half off then.
He texted and said, "Good job." So you know he's watching.
No, that's cool.
I get a lot of text messages. I got a lot of text messages from last week.
We like those guys. In control with a 15-point lead is Williamston, and the Raiders of North Farmington trying to get some last shots. Here's a soft touch from Williams, who has his better days ahead of him, just a sophomore. Nice lay-in, good find from double Nichols. Mr. Feig laying good. Largest lead of the game for the Hornets. 3-ball Hurst, no good. And Isaac Hannenberg with a board. And it's all over but the shouting now. The Hornets are going to go on the road and beat the host of the tournament and our number 9 team, the North Farmington Raiders.
Yeah. Tough loss, and but good lesson.
It is. Better days ahead. North Farmington will play on Wednesday again and take on Loyola. And Williamston will play tomorrow.
So Williamston's, I'm sorry, I'll let you
it's
know
all right.
when we come back at halftime.
All right. We'll take a timeout and come back and recap this one. 49-32 in our finale. Williamston comes to North Farmington and gets a win in the Holiday Extravaganza.
As my son always say, a W or L. Which one are you?
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
What a great event to be a part of. We want to thank Todd Negoshian at North Farmington. And this is the event, this holiday extravaganza. St. Mary's and Canton in the books. St. Mary's wins the game by 30 at the 7 o'clock contest. North Farmington and Williamston is now expired as well, but we got a lot left. Your final score tonight, 49-32. Williamston beats North Farmington. But tomorrow, Davison and Depps at 7 o'clock. 6:45, Lakita Gans and I will be on the air for your pregame show. And then at 8:30, De La Salle, the Pilots, who we have already called once this year, and our number 3 team will take on the Cowboys of Detroit Western International. And then we're not done. On Wednesday, we're coming back on Hump Day, and it's Detroit King. We're going to see the PSL and Detroit King and Coach George Ward Jr. They will take on Ann Arbor Huron, who played here tonight, and then North Farmington against Loyola to round it out. But that's on Wednesday night. Lakita Gans, this one is over.
It's over.
49-32, Williamston over North Farmington. A bit of an upset here tonight.
Yeah, a bit of an upset, but at the same time, I want to say that when you have a big that's 6'10" and he's actually productive, that's a hard task any night for any high school team, because there are only so many bigs that can do that. For example, Williamston tonight, right, with Max Burton. So I think that North Farmington has to regroup. They have a day off until they're back in action, right? And then they have 2 more games before they play with the player that really could help them, and that's Prince Jackson. So
the 15th, he could be back.
Tonight is the first time you can tell he's missing.
Yeah, they missed it a little bit. They did get some nice help from Ray Jr., but not really a spot that you expect for him to have to come into. Ryan Hurst, 9 points, led the way for North Farmington, and he was part of a team that did make a late run.
And this is probably the first time he's been in single digits in a long time.
Yeah.
Give credit to Williamston defense.
Sure, Burton a big part of it. He was the leading scorer, 20 points in the game. Not to be outdone by his point guard, Mr. Dox, who was special tonight as well. Here he is going to the hole with a lay-in in traffic. You can see why he's a Division I point guard.
Exactly.
So they combined for 38 of the 49 Williamston points, as we see more pressure defense and just a lot of effort and energy on the defensive end for Williamston tonight.
Right.
Hurst and the Raiders would make a run. That was a nice roll in there. But every answer the Hornets seemed to have, and it was either Dox or Burton. It was Burton there controlling the glass. There he gets the score.
He was.
Some nice moments at times. Here's Rice. He had 8 points with a lay-in. But again, Williamston could find it inside, and Lakita, they could find it outside when they needed to.
Exactly.
There's the big hammer there. And Williamston escapes town with the win. They had it for multiple players. 5 points for Spratt for North Farmington, 4 points for Ray Jr., 3 for Williams, 3 for Harvey. Burton with 20, Dox with 18 to lead the way for Williamston. Feig with 5, including the near half quarter. Wallace with 4, and Heinenberg with 2 points.
So even though Williamston is Division II, they're again in the top 10 of the state. Divisions really don't matter when you think about the talent as we do it overall for everyone, right?
Right.
So the biggest challenge, one of the teams will be like a Ferndale for them.
Sure.
So they have a difficult role because Division II is just as tough as Division I.
Yeah, it
all right,
is.
it's all about how many students you have in your building, but they're in District 51, District 51 at Fowlerville.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty tough one, but I think they come out this year, if they don't finish in the Final Four, they may win the state title.
Certainly fun to keep note of. They've got 3 Division I kids,
Yeah.
and they're well coached as well by Tom Lewis. Better days ahead for North Farmington. It's their first loss of the year.
Yeah.
And they'll have a chance, as we said, in their own tournament to get redemption against a very good team from the Catholic League on Wednesday night.
Loyola.
In Detroit, Loyola and the Bulldogs.
I think that will be a redeemed game for them. I think they will be back at it and back on top. That's just my my thoughts. But Loyola is a really good team to actually have to come back and try to get a win. And get back to rolling and being back to yourself. So, I don't know. Then again, they could come out and get shot because Loyola's not, an easy walkover. We played them, and that was our first game of the season here in the tip-off. When I say us, Hamtramck. So I've seen them. They play hard. Have a really good coach. They have some really good guards. But I do think it'll be difficult for them with the way in which North Farmington plays defense. So that's a good chance for North Farmington to get back in the winners column.
Well, we'll have more winners tomorrow, 2 more of them, and a couple of games. Lakita and I back at you right here at the Holiday Extravaganza, the 5th annual. 6:45 pregame show here on Full Court Prep. Davison and DEPSA in the 7 o'clock game, 8:30 game tomorrow night. Warren De La Salle, our number 3 ranked team.
Y'all gonna have me up all night, every night.
That's right. You better get studying, girl. And you got to study. You know these teams. Detroit Western, the opponent. Want to thank our great crew tonight for all their hard work. Evan Westfall on scorecard and graphics, Scorebug. Alex Westfall, your executive producer, no relation. Ali Hadi, the assistant producer. My name is Chad Bush. This is Lakita Gans on color commentary. That's Jamie Janssen, head of stats. And that's Eli Wiles holding the camera. Show him, Eli. Show him yourself. There he is. That's Eli. And our camera crew at the top, Fish and Rob Sarna. James Ferris is your creative director, and Julia Pisano on our creative team as well. My name is Chad Bush, saying so long and good night from the 5th annual Holiday Extravaganza.
See you tomorrow.
St. Mary's in Canton. St. Mary's wins, and North Farmington gets beat by Williamston. So long, everybody.